Tina, it's time for a video critique of W3A3. Really at this point it looks like you're beginning to have some comfort with the program. Am I incorrect in thinking that? It looks like it's really beginning to come together for you. And so when I go in here and measure things, everything is where it should be. Okay, this one is at 2'10", just like it's supposed to be right there. This right here is at 3 feet, just like it's supposed to be. It is, I measured it earlier. The rail is 3'6", which is what it's supposed to be. The floor to ceiling is close. It's not 100%. I'm not sure exactly why. It'll dimension out. And the floor to floor here looks good. So everything's good. Okay, so I'm going to make a few comments that are kind of beyond the boundary of the assignment on this, because you have executed the assignment exactly as it should be. Okay, let's double check these two. Is that 7? Yes. Is this 11? Beautiful. Okay, so let's look at some of the finer points. Okay, this is 42 inches high, which is what it should be per code. The way that code works on stair rails is a little different. You'll notice that if I do a distance here on this endpoint to this endpoint right here, the floor level, that is 27 inches. Okay, here is the weird thing about stair rails. If you do them parallel to this line right here between these two treads, which is, I know how we drew it. Okay, that's totally how you draw it. Sometimes they don't line up quite right. The code is that it has to be between 34 inches and 38 inches at every point along the way. And so what we usually do is we'll pick an average of that. I'll start at 36 inches at the top, at the bottom, 36 inches at the top, run a line between the two. Okay, so in other words, I'll offset that one 36 inches. And then I'm going to zoom down here. I'll offset this one 36 inches. And then I'll draw a line from the intersection of this and that. And the intersection of, actually it's going to be like right here, that and that. And then I'll offset down from there. And by doing that, at every point along the way, going vertically, it's at the right distance above the stairs. For whatever reason, starting lower than that doesn't usually work. That's kind of advanced stair construction. You did exactly what you were told to do. So I wanted you to know that for the future. Okay. Likewise, over here, this is looking good too. You need to trim this piece here out in between the break lines. Go ahead and just add a little thin line this weight in between the two, and that should fix what you're doing here. Also, I typically will put this line in between these two hatches on the lighter layer because otherwise it reads too dark on the drawings. Once again, this is a finesse issue. I also show this on the same layer as the cut because it is a cut. Okay, so that one needs to be done. Here we go. Okay, so then as I go on up, this all looks like what it's supposed to look like. Okay, and it's on the layers that were assigned and everything. Now we're going to do a little bit more finessing though. Okay, one thing that has to happen if you're going to put this in your portfolio, we've shown the thickness of the sheathing on the outside, and we've shown the thickness of the shingles on the outside. We haven't shown the thickness of these boards out here, but I don't think that's as big an issue. One thing we really do need to show in order for this to look right is we need to show the thickness of the drywall on the inside. So let's offset 1/2 inch, and you'll see this gives your drawing a little more finished look. See? But you need to do that all the way down. I'm not counting off for this, okay? I'm just saying you need to do it for it to look right for your portfolio. Okay, likewise, usually I'll go ahead and show the thickness of my flooring here, and I'm going to make the assumption that I'm using a wood floor, and the thickness of the drywall here. So just show the thicknesses of those finished materials, and it will look great. Okay? Okay, great job. I hope you're feeling more comfortable because it's looking the way it should. Oh, and the words are a nice touch, although we'll be doing that in paper space probably. Thank you so much.